How much money do you need to start a business? You're going to be shocked at my answers. At the end, I'm going to tell you my $1 trillion tip. I'm going to start introducing $1 trillion tips on my YouTube channel. Those are those tips that you better pay attention to all the way to whenever I say it, and then grab it and write it down. I'd actually make a section of your journal that says $1 trillion tips. So number one, I'm going to talk about the surprising truth of what you really need, because most of you are employees and you're thinking, I got to be an entrepreneur, I need all the startup capital. We'll see. Number two, how do you actually do a shoestring budget, or what I call just bootstrap it, like from nothing? I have built hundreds of millions of dollars bootstrapping. And again, my $1 trillion tips at the end of how I really do that. And number three, the cost of a startup, and separating what you have to have versus the nice to have. And a lot of you are going to be stunned at that, because a lot of you have the good old fashioned what you think you need, and you don't probably need any of it, including a website. How about that? Going all the way out to that one. So let's begin. So number one, the surprising truth about what it takes to really get a business up and running. Honestly, it doesn't take a darn thing. It takes you, your skill sets, your brain, and you can spend as much as you want. Here's what I find with most people who overspend in the beginning. You're getting ready to get ready to get ready to get ready. You spend 6 months or a year being an emotional entrepreneur, not a business owner, and like getting to cash. When you say you're an entrepreneur and you have a business, you better have cash in the bank on a regular basis, which means you need to market, you need to sell, and you need to create cash flow. So if you're like, I need to make money, well then market something and sell something. It's not that difficult. So for you entrepreneurs, I'll give you a mini $1 trillion tip now. You've got to use your skill sets. You got to get the fastest, easiest thing you can bring to market. What do people want? Now, is it the perfect thing? Is it what you want to do lifetime? No. Like, look at what I did. I was a farm girl from Nebraska. I became an exercise physiologist, built fitness centers, jumped out of Chevron completely, huge 6-figure employee job with big 401k and everything you all hang on to. And I jumped over here to be an entrepreneur, to master distributor of the cash flow game for Rich Dad Poor Dad, right? So it wasn't even my stuff. I just learned to be a great entrepreneur under great mentorship of that organization. You need to do the same thing. Pick something fast and easy. That's really easy. You can just get going with your skill sets. Number two, how do you start on a shoestring budget, or what I call just bootstrap it? Right? So you've got to like bring something to market, like my talk track that I'm going to teach you. And by the way, down in the show notes, I'm going to give you 2 tickets to my Millionaire Intensive and Marketplace. No better place every 3 weeks to come and test your ideas. It's like a focus group. There's anywhere between 50, 70. Last time was like 120 people showed up. You got 120 people to sell to, test your ideas. Here's what I'm going to tell you. If 120 people will not buy your stuff, nobody else will. It's enough of a focus group. I promise you, I've done this long enough, decades, to actually get something started. So what I do to test a market is I'll say, my name's Laura, I'm a money expert. How can I help you? What's one thing you want to know from me? And I want to learn. So if you're a teacher, you're going to say, I'm an expert tutor. You can either do, I always say tutor on the bell curve, right? The gifted and talented, which are more challenging and some ways creative to do. And also on the other side, right? Any special needs. So special gifts, special needs. Those need tutors desperately. Most schools have just like taken all those programs out of the school system. So I would say I'm an expert tutor in math, science, whatever you are an expert in. What's one thing I could help you and your family with? And go wide, go your family. You don't know if somebody's in college, they could use some tutoring. So go wide, here's some people and say, I could do that for, and have a price. Just get to it right away. You're going to learn all this in my marketplace. And a lot of you, you're getting ready to get ready. Like, what's the best thing that the world needs? Well, right now, you just need to learn to be a darn good entrepreneur. And no guru tells you that. They say, oh, do your passion, build it, the money will come. Oh, no, it won't. I guarantee. Build it, you're going to get broke. Actually, that should be a good book title. Build it, I guarantee you'll be broke. You got to launch rich, which means you're going to get out to the market, pre-sell something easy. Those of you, I'm going to take a little pause and go over here, you inventors and you people who want to have like a big product, you want to bring a product to market. I mean, you're talking huge startup costs. So if that's really what you want to do, then I'm going to tell you to consult first. So bring your product. Like if you do, I'm going to use an example of a woman in Australia. She might be watching my YouTube channel, so hi there. She came to market with 9 facial products, 9. And I said, well, where's your capital? Well, I spent $150,000 of our family money to put all of that now in a garage, which has no temperature controls, has no inventory controls, and worst case, in that situation, there's an expiration date. We got a huge problem there. So I said, you got to get rid of that stuff as fast as you can. So she had to fire sell it. I don't even know if she ever broke even because she was frustrated at that idea. And I said, well, who told you to do 9 products? The reason why Proactive, and I know because of Dan Kennedy actually wrote all the copy for that, who's one of my greatest mentors, little plug for Dan. The reason Proactive was so successful is it had 3 products, super easy, right? I don't even know what they were, but there weren't 9, and you didn't have all that startup capital. But what a horrible way to start. Get out here and say, you know what, I have some anti-aging tips, and start selling a report. Build a big database of hundreds of people who want to hear from you. Have beautiful skin, or find a model that has beautiful skin that you can actually do that with. So a lot of you, you're sitting back watching the market versus get in the market. Right? You're sitting in the arena and you need to get on the playing field called, I'm going to be an entrepreneur and I'm going to go and just start selling something. Service is always the fastest because you can sell your time. Now, is that ideal? No. If it's the only thing you're selling, I sell my time, but it's one of a whole funnel of things that I sell. So right now, just get some money so you can do the first thing, which is market. So before we do number 3 and talk about what you have to have versus the nice to haves, I need you to subscribe to my channel. The reason I did this channel is for you and your family and those 5 people that you hang out with that are all becoming you, right? Because you know you're the sum of those 5 people. So share this channel, subscribe, click the notification button. And if there's a content piece that you cannot find in my search bar up above, if anything I talk about, put it in the comments below. We have somebody here every day monitoring, making sure that we're serving you and making sure that we put the right content out. Your kids, as young as 5, 6, and 7, they're out on YouTube watching other stuff. Have them watch this. I don't care if it's part of their job with you, their task allowances with you. Have them start talking about money. You talk about money in your family. The cost to really start up. What are the nice to haves versus the you have to have? So once you actually know what you have, even if it's a simple product, a $10, $20, whatever that item is. And by the way, I just want to reiterate, mini $1 trillion tip. It does not have to be yours. In fact, I would say don't have it be yours because you don't know how to be an entrepreneur and no one's bought anything from you as an entrepreneur. So sell someone else's stuff. Like you can be an affiliate of mine. I'll put a few links for a gift and marketing system that I use. So it's asklaurel.com/cards. You can do another direct sales where I do all my home products, my laundry detergent, all that kind of stuff. I buy from American made, non-toxic, place. So it's just delivered to my home every 30 days. Simple. So that is switchaway.com/Laurel. I'm just giving you business ideas. Come be part of my team. If people don't know you, be an affiliate of somebody else's stuff that you like. Be mentored for a while and guided to be a good entrepreneur. Then spend the money. Once you know how to make small bits of money, then go out. Like apprenticeships are not, a lower stature, I'd call it. So many people have an arrogance about like being an entrepreneur and have to do it myself. I remember when I started leadership training, when I transitioned, I needed more cash than I was making from Chevron to the Rich Dad Poor Dad group. I actually did a lot of leadership and corporate consulting. And then I would get the jobs because I was good at marketing and selling. And I would subcontract it out to everybody so I didn't have to do the work. And then I would also just fulfill for other people. So there's lots of ways to do startups without any money. The one thing you absolutely have to have is marketing. So you don't need a website, like I said earlier, but you do need to have at least some landing pages, some forms, and a CRM. And I can tell you from the beginning of your career, I started this at 21 years old. I'm actually in the process of talking to my son right now about getting the exact system I'm talking about because he's going to need a CRM. He's marketing all over the place. He's meeting tons of people in Congress. He's working up in a big congressional internship right now. I said, it's time for that Rolodex. So Logan, you got to get it done. So I started mine at 21. He's starting his at 23. Why? Because you want every name, phone number, and email of everyone you ever meet in your lifetime and keep them informed about who you are, what you are. And as you become an expert, do you know how many people I've known from the 1980s and 90s who now are my clients? Because they've watched me mature, they watched me grow, become a millionaire, and then a multimillionaire in 8 categories. And I'll hit 2 more this year. So I'm telling you, you do not have to have a lot of money, but you have to have the one thing, you have to have some marketing. And you've got to have just a landing page. Like if you go to asklaurel.com, for example, like that's all you need. Like askwhoeveryouare.com, have them ask you a question, follow up with a phone call. I'll teach you exactly what to do and we're going to go. Now the $1 trillion tip to really make you money, ready for this? Pre-order. Start doing a bunch of pre-orders. And the way pre-orders work that a lot of you don't realize is you got to put as a fulfillment date. You can move the fulfillment date, but you have to give more bonuses or incentives to like extend your date of launch. So I have launched 6 bestsellers. I mean, big bestsellers, New York Times, Wall Street Journal, Barnes and Noble, all by doing pre-orders. Because pre-orders tell me you want to buy my stuff, so now I'm going to go build it. So you sell it, then build it. Write that down, sell it, build it. That is a pre-order system that's made me hundreds of millions of dollars. All of you can do it. You just have to do it exactly in the order that I just said. So I'm going to send you to my marketing system because there's nothing better than that. And there's nothing of that cost value for about $1,800 a month. Click on the link below, get an appointment, go right into a calendar. And that's what you have to have. You've got to go out and get people interested in you. So you're going to go get people on social channels. They're going to opt into this page, whether it's your version of Ask Laurel. We'll do all of it for you for a very low $1,800 a month. So go to askrms.com, askrms.com. That's where you're going to go. That is a must-have. And it's not because we're going to do it for you. It's because you have to have it. You're not going to find it for less than $5,000, $7,000, $10,000. We'll do it for $1,800. That's about all you need. And you say, well, I don't have $1,800. Go make it. I just told you how. Go make it. Call us. Let's roll. Talk to you tomorrow.